I'm with Mike the Cornu again, and we're resuming where we left off 12 months ago due to various circumstances, and we're starting, appropriately enough, it's coming up to Liberation Day tomorrow, but we want to start with the Liberation 1945, long time ago, stretching your memory, but politically, how did it get back into gear? How did it start again after Liberation?
Well, as a result of liberation, the various organisations, particularly the JDM, which was the largest one, came out of its clandestine position and was able to then propagate its views on what it wanted to see. There was a large element within the island who wanted to Jersey to sort of be part of the UK, and there was a petition that went throughout the island which gleaned quite a large number of signatures to that effect. But then as soon as the liberation finished, the Privy Council came over to sort of find out the situation which had taken place and presumably assessed what they felt about the developments that had come about. And then it was decided that the Privy Council would hear evidence from various sections of the population. And therefore the JDM and various organisations, the Communist Party as well, put forward evidence to the Privy Council that then came forward with the sort of system.
How soon after the war did all those people, obviously lots of people left, joined the services, or they evacuated, how soon did they all come back? Was that fairly immediate?
There was quite a number of prominent islanders who were prominent before the occupation who came back fairly quickly. And as a matter of fact, after trying to remember now, it must have been after the election took place. I'm not quite sure of that, but I think it was after that when, yes, it was, that's right, when they came back, they formed a political party to oppose the JDM. This
is part of the very interesting process, because obviously the JDM, you would have been the equivalent of local heroes for your work, whatever went on during the occupation. And politically, you were leading whatever was going on.
Yeah.
But the establishment had to retaliate. The establishment had to respond.
That's right, and
that happened fairly quickly, did it?
It did, and they set up this. I think it was called the Jersey Progressive Party, something like that.
Yeah.
And they set up candidates specifically to oppose the JDM candidates and so forth. And
how did you finance your group, the JDM? Where did you get funds from? Did the trade union support you? Where did funding come from?
Well, a lot of the funds came from ordinary individuals. We went around collecting and that sort of thing. You know? There was, I don't recall the trade union officially supporting the JDM, but there was a terrific efforts made by the media, the Evening Post, and the morning news against, and in fact they published all sorts of anti-JDM propaganda, but refused to allow the JDM to reply, to use their columns. And what the JDM had to do was make posters, which we went out and put on all trees and telephone poles and that sort of thing, to sort of get the views of the JDM to the population.
So that people understand this, that sort of electioneering would presumably have been quite a new thing for a party to be electioneering. It wasn't really known before, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't known before. I mean, they'd been, in the old days, they'd been I think it was the laurels and the roses,
Right.
something like that, but not to that extent at
No.
all. This was a positive action by the establishment to kill at its birth
Right.
any challenge to its existence.
And of course,